In a world that rewards noise, appearance, and approval, the silent strategist often feels powerless. The obedient, the loyal, the kind-hearted, these are the people who get walked over. Their silence is mistaken for weakness. Their honesty becomes a tool others use to manipulate. But at some point, a transformation occurs. A man stops playing by society's rules and begins forging his own. He sheds the need for validation, approval, and recognition. In that moment, he doesn't become divine, he becomes dominant. This state is what Machiavelli would call God mode. God mode isn't about being liked. It's about becoming untouchable. It begins with a mental rebirth, where you no longer act to be seen or heard, but to influence outcomes. Power isn't sought, it's constructed, brick by brick, in silence. The first lesson: detach from recognition. Those who crave praise are easily manipulated. They speak too soon, reveal too much, and act for attention rather than impact. Real power is quiet. It doesn't shout. It haunts. To activate God mode, you become invisible, not physically, but psychologically. You stop reacting. You start calculating. You operate with silence, not emotion. You move like a ghost, unpredictable, unreadable, and unbothered. People won't respect your silence until it moves the world around them. Let them underestimate you. Let them believe you're irrelevant. That illusion becomes your weapon. Fear, not love, is the purest currency of power. Love is fleeting, exploitable, and breeds entitlement. But fear commands respect. A man feared is approached with caution, while a man loved invites familiarity and vulnerability. The true power lies in becoming someone whose presence alone forces people to adjust, rehearse, hesitate. Not through threats, but through the unshakable perception that you are beyond reach. 4 core principles define God mode. Weaponize unpredictability. Predictable people are easy to control. Your silence, your presence, even your reactions must become tools of psychological warfare. Keep people guessing. Let your rare approval become a form of currency. Break their rhythm and force them to accommodate yours. Deliver cold consequences. Be calm 95% of the time, but merciless when crossed. Not with rage or noise, but with precision. One cold, silent act of retribution can rewire how people treat you forever. Withdraw opportunities. Disappear without explanation. Let the consequences speak. Master the power of absence. Most people use attention to feel important. You use absence to create tension. Leave conversations unfinished. Delay your replies. Walk away when disrespected. When you're not around, your influence grows, your presence becomes mythic. Never explain, never defend. Explaining is submission. Justification gives the illusion that others are owed clarity. They are not. You act from strategy, not impulse. You remain above it all. Let them question. Let them talk. Your silence becomes the storm they can't predict. As you evolve, your power lies not in being feared loudly, but in being unreadable, unreachable, untouchable. Your reputation becomes your armor, crafted meticulously, never tied to fleeting emotion or reactive behavior. Machiavelli admired not the loud ruler, but the one who moved the pieces without being seen. The shadow behind the throne. That's the ideal. Your ultimate edge is emotional detachment. Emotion is the leash. Logic is the sword. Those who act on emotion are easy to provoke, easy to manipulate. In God mode, you feel everything, but act on nothing. You wait in silence. You strike with purpose. You bury your humanity, not to become cruel, but to become unshakable. You speak only to shift power. You don't seek justice, only leverage. You're not here to be good. You're here to be sovereign. You become the presence people feel in their nervous system long before they see you. Not because of what you do, but because of what you've become. A symbol, a myth, a ruler beyond comprehension. Eventually, your greatest threat is not fear or weakness, but comfort. The moment you crave to be liked again, to be understood, to belong, you fall. Most men fail here. They win once, but need applause to feel whole. God mode rejects that. It requires that you never step back into the cage you escaped. True dominance is quiet, deliberate, and permanent. It doesn't rely on force. It bends the environment without being seen. Power doesn't chase. It haunts. You no longer belong to any crowd, ideology, or label. You operate above them all. Your persona becomes the untouchable mask that commands obedience, not because it threatens, but because it confuses. This is not about arrogance. It's about design. When they hear your name, they should adjust. When they speak of you, their voice should drop. They should never know your next move. They should never feel they can reach you. You vanish behind the myth, but your influence is everywhere. You've become something else. A strategist without chains. A ruler without mercy. A force without emotion. You no longer react to the world. The world reacts to you. This is the final form, God mode. And once activated, there is no turning back. You are not their equal. You are their lesson. Let them wonder. Let them guess. Let them fear the shadow you cast. Because true power isn't earned by shouting louder. It's achieved by never needing to speak at all.